Hey guys, welcome back to the Just a Guy podcast. So I'm making this video in response to a comment from one of our viewers. They asked to learn a little bit more about Coursera because I mentioned that I'm reskilling myself through Coursera, right, which is somehow linked to like Google certificates. In particular, I am doing this certificate, which is called the Foundations of Digital Marketing and E-commerce, right? So this goes up for about $40. But I then substantiated because at the time I motivated that I couldn't actually afford the full $40, which there is an option towards the bottom. If I can find the bottom of this thing, there is no end. It does not end. So you'd have to pick one of the courses. So we're going to do that right now to see if we can actually find that elusive financial aid button. Right, by the way, there's a host of degrees that you can get on here, right? And I'm going to link one of Fane's videos, this one right here, the 7 best Google certificates in 2024. He basically goes through the 7 best Google certificates that actually are rivaling university level degrees or degree programs, because you start off with a certificate and then you can actually then build up to a degree, right? You'll see on mine, I can earn my way right into, I can actually work towards a degree for this one, right? But for now, I'm doing purely the certificate. It basically then tells you, for instance, how far you've gone. So for instance, on mine, on this one, I am in module 3, right? And the wonderful thing about this is they then tell you in terms of, you can see the course outline, how much further you've got to go. So for instance, for the rest of either this week, I've got to hit that, right? The practice quiz, which allows you just to see how good you're doing in the course, how well you know the course content before you actually go for the graded quiz. And for that, you need a minimum of 80% to pass that quiz. And then you'll be then promoted to the next module. But let's get back. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. So this is what you're going to see when you open up the coursera.org site. That's where you find them. And then you are going to then basically browse around. And if you click on the explore button, it then gives you options in terms of you can take a free course. So for instance, they've got free courses on here that you can try out. Right, there's about 7,683 results for free courses, basically, stuff that you can quickly add to your resume to upskill yourself. Right, this is something that you can do on your weekends. So for instance, introduction to Microsoft Excel. We've all had fights with spreadsheets, right? I'm winning a little bit, right? But it's still showing me flames. So I'll probably pick this up during one of the slower weekends when I'm not freelancing, right? As a graphic designer. You've got the likes of Python for data science and AI and development, right? You can actually learn Python, which is what I'm doing. But I think I might do it through these guys because I've gone through something independent on YouTube. I think I might actually try this out because I like how Coursera kind of presents its courses. It's very easy to follow along. So I might actually come back and have a look at this. So yes, these are completely free. Introductory human physiology. So there's a lot of worthwhile stuff that you can actually look into here. For instance, there's introduction to generative AI, which is something I believe everybody should be looking at, especially in the era that we're in right now. You do not want to get left behind. And there's a ton of, extra options on this side. For instance, you can filter everything by the subjects that you want to try. For instance, within the data science space, computer science, business, humanities, right down to, for instance, how long are you looking to actually spend on a course, right? Do you want to do it? That's most likely going to be like your degrees, which are a little bit longer, and the level of learner that you actually are. So are you a beginner, intermediate, advanced, mixed? So there's a whole host of things that can actually help you to fine-tune your search for that specific thing that you're looking for. And then, for instance, you can even speak languages as well, right? The subtitles that they've got quite a large array of subtitles, right? For my South African audience, we can even evident Afrikaans. So there's a lot that you can actually find on Coursera. I basically found it by mistake. I literally was just on YouTube, I think, and somebody mentioned in one of their videos, hey, listen, have you tried Coursera? And I looked at it, and to my surprise, there's a whole host of things that you can learn here. But for instance, with regards to my course, for instance, you can look at, for instance, I'd like to earn a certificate, right? So we're going to look at, for instance, one of the hottest fields right now, what's going to become quite a big field, if it already isn't, which is data science. Right. Currently, this is a course that is offered in most universities, but you can start your professional certificate right here. Right. They even tell you, for instance, you can enroll for free and review it. So you can try for free and enroll to start your 7-day free trial. And thereafter, I think it's about $40. So we're going to have a look, for instance, at, let's see what happens when we say, I want to try it for free. So for instance, it's a $39 course or $39 per month to continue learning after the trial ends, right? So for me, I would look at how much time do I have and then gauge, for instance, can I actually pay the $40 per month? And how many of those $40 do I want to pay every single month, right? So it's entirely up to you how you pace it. So you can then, go ahead and click, start free trial. There's a beautiful little button here. Remember the button that I said to you guys we're going to find? The financial aid available button, right? Here, you would then need to, for instance, say which course you want to study. And then next, they would want you to, say which one you want. So you continue to application. So they basically want to know a little bit about yourself, right? So for instance, I had mentioned that at the time, this is how much it's making because I was unemployed when I actually applied for this, right? And I'm in an internship at the moment. It doesn't pay a lot, but I was like, let me give it a try and see. So the reason why you've applied for financial aid, you then need to up to 150 words, right? A minimum of 150 words. And then you then motivate as to why they should assist you financially. So that is there, guys. Don't let lack of funds stand in the way. At least give it a shot, right? Say, for instance, maybe I can, say, for instance, you can only pay half of that and say, listen, I can only afford $20 or $10. Put that in there and then motivate. And I would encourage you to think very carefully about your why, because it has to actually be something that is truthful, that somebody on the other side who's going to be making the decision whether to assist you financially can actually resonate with. So don't pick a course that you're not going to see through. I would already say that pick something that you're going to see through because you actually are interested in the particular industry, because that's actually going to help you for the long weeks ahead when you are, in week 3 or in module 3 and you're reading about all of these new terminologies that are absolutely new. You're going to want to be invested in it. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of a brief understanding of what's available out there, and it is a professionally recognized certificate. And basically, it more or less tells you how long you're looking to be spending on it, right? About 5 months at 10 hours a week, and you can split that up into 2 hours per day if you're going to make it a Monday to Friday type of thing, right? And 2 hours is not a lot when you're trying to reskill and reshape your life. And it's it's a pretty solid course. As I said, I'm going to link Shane's YouTube, especially his specific episode on this, because he's going to tell you about the one that I'm doing, which is the digital marketing and e-commerce side, right? Which is a professional certificate, and how much it ranks, how well it ranks within the industry, and also what you're looking to actually earn once you actually are within the digital marketing space. And trust me, it is well worth the couple of months and 2 hours per day studying. So guys, this is a little crash course into how I'm studying through COURSERA and how I'm able to study through COURSERA, right? There is financial aid available, and 2, these are actually weighty. They've got like actual weight, these certificates, so you actually can benefit from them. I can vouch for, speaking from my own personal experience, this has been such a good time in terms of just learning about social media marketing. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just about putting up something on Instagram and a clever caption. There's so much behind the works. And this course, for instance, this certificate is giving me an in-depth, when I say in-depth, I mean in-depth introduction into digital marketing. It's absolutely brilliant. So I would recommend it for those of you who always wonder how do companies come up with brilliant digital marketing strategies. They teach you all of it, from funnels, sales funnels, how those work, to email marketing, social media marketing, all of the tactics that are used, all of the strategies that are used by businesses in order to be able to reach you. The last time, if you are flicking through your Instagram and you see that ad that says learn more, somebody put it on there and they actually were specific about, I want this type of person to be able to see my ads. I want to show it in front of these ads. I want to serve this particular type of person, the kind of ads that I'm trying to get through to them. That you get taught here in this course. So guys, this is just a short, hopefully quick introduction into Coursera in response to one of my viewers when they said, listen, we'd like to know a little bit more about Coursera since you mentioned it. So you can literally come over here, coursera.org, search through what you'd like to learn, and then take it from there. Hopefully, guys, this is going to add value to you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if there's something you'd like to learn more about this particular kind of stuff, or any other kind of stuff, or resources that I know about that you're interested in. For instance, what am I recording on right now? I'm recording on Filmora. I'm recording on their free Wondershare screen recorder, right? I can do a quick tutorial on that, how to actually record your on-screen content so that you can take people through. Maybe you are somebody that's trying to teach people about Excel. Like, if you know how to use Excel, we would greatly appreciate it, and we would actually come over to your channel and have a look at your lesson. So this is Ntando signing off from Just a Guy Podcast, and hopefully you enjoyed this. If you found value in this episode, please do not forget to like the episode and also share it. But also, most importantly, if you're not a subscriber, why haven't you done it yet? I'd greatly appreciate it. Love you guys.